Hello, welcome to Zigmatech Learning Hub. I will be your instructor for fine art. You can call it visual art as well, cultural and creative art. Now for this class, we are going to be taking our exercises from the ExamGuide app. Now if you don't have this application installed already in your device, I will advise you download this app in order for you to follow along this class. Now, ExamGuide is a leading educational app that helps students prepare adequately for exams, for various exams such as UTME, post-UTME, WASE, GCE, KCPE, IJMB, JUPEB, Calbepedia, BESE, JSCE, NCEE, NECO, to mention but a few. You can download the app from our website www.examguide.com, or you can download it as well as using your Google Play Store. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to be updated on new videos as we upload. Now, if you're ready for today's class, okay, let's get started.
All right, so welcome back to Cultural and Creative Art. And we'll be talking about the contemporary Nigerian artists. So this is the part 2 of the contemporary Nigerian artists. We've discussed about 4 different contemporary Nigerian artists. So within this course, let's see if we can cover the next 4 contemporary. There are too numerous to mention, so we'll just choose maybe 12 at max, but there are more than 30. But because of this study, we'll just handle just a few, the best of them. Not that the other ones are not, sorry, forgive that word best, but we'll look at the first major 12. All right. Now the next person we'll talk about is Grulo Yusuf Adebayo, Grillo Yusuf Adebayo. Grillo Yusuf Adebayo just died recently. He's a painter. He's also an art educator. He was born in 1934. So we are going to see the general contribution that Grillo did in art. Now, Grillo is one of the Nigerian contemporary artists whose strong and dynamic artistic language gave many young artists freedom of expression and encouragement. Now, let me tell you. Now, Grillo believed that art is self-expression. Now, you cannot be rigid or constrained in a particular place. You just have to explore. So that was what he believed. So he did not produce art for art's sake or for beautification. He produced art for self-expression. So since his existence, or since he started making himself known in the world of art, he believed in self-expression. As we move further, you see some of his painting looks like little children drawing on the ground, but those paintings are not sold for change. It's really cost an arm and leg. So that is exactly the effect Grillo had on a Nigerian young or modern artist. Now, for instance, his styles in painting is being adopted by many of his students from Yaba College of Technology. He's an art educator who has trained many young artists. So Grillo has popularized Nigerian art abroad through several men and joint exhibition. He had one-man exhibition and several joint exhibition, both in Europe, in the United States of America, in Canada, and other popular places in the world. Now, other popular works done by him includes the Evangelist, 2 Yoruba women, the Ajimo, the Road Walker, and the Blind Minister. So these are some of the names of the work he did. Now, Professor Grillo is a renowned popular artist in Nigeria. Now let's do a quick summary of Yusuf Abode Grillo. Now, he was born in the city of Lagos in 1934. Fond of making toys with bamboo stick and the likes during his childhood days. He enrolled for school certificate in art and passed without any formal training in that subject. Some of his work at the Federal Department of Survey in Lagos, where he understudied artworks. Now, he also joined an art club, an art organized by the British Council. Studied art in the Nigerian College of Arts and Science Technology, Zaria, in 1960, and the art education in Britain in year after. Has unique style, highly meditative and expressive paintings. His pictures are well constructed, showing a lot of geometric forms, subcolored harmony and balance with special tails of blue. He loved painting with blue, and it was various what shades. Now his paintings register strong and deep impression on the viewer's mind, drawing attention to their what to their themes. Okay, now he has also done a lot of exhibition. He's an art educator who teaches art in Yaba College of Technology, where he has influenced a lot of students positively. A great muralist. Now, when you hear the word mural, what comes to mind? He paints on the wall. He's a great muralist. He's a mosaic painter who has done a lot of mosaic work on both public places and private buildings in and outside of Nigeria. He has held several exhibitions, both Nigeria and abroad. His popular works, like I said initially, is The Evangelist, The Two Yoruba Women, The Agidigbo, and The Road Walker, The Blind Minister, to mention but a few. Now, these are some of the masterpieces that he has done. So now let's consider some of the paintings. Now you see, these are some of the paintings. Like I told you, if you like working with blue, you see a lot of blue, different shades of blue, and then that will crescendo into purple and green. So these are some of the paintings that was done by Yusuf Grillo. All right. Now the next person we're going to talk about is the 20 Naira woman. I call her what? The 20 Naira woman. For those of you that have seen the 20 Naira, at the back of the 20 Naira, you see a lady that the image is there. So that's a lady we're going to talk about today. Her name is Dr. Ladikwali. Dr. Ladikwali. Ladikwali was born in the year 1922 and he died in the year 1984. We're going to know why Ladikwali is so appreciated and why she's valued not just in Nigeria but in the world at large. All right, now the general contribution to art by Ladikwali. Ladikwali, she was a great potter. Potter. When I mean potter, I mean she makes pottery. You know, pottery ware, like ceramics ware, clay pots, to mention but a few, who had brought honor to Nigeria both locally and internationally. She represented Nigeria nationally several times in Germany, Britain, and in the United States. Demonstrated what she knew how to do best, and then she did it effortlessly in some of these representations. Now, her high level of craftsmanship, technical and creative output in pottery made her to become conferred with an honor of what decorates with degree by the Ambode Bola University, Zaria. Ladikwali also added to her feathers a national honor of the Officer of the Order of the Niger, which is known as the OON, in 1977 and in 1981 respectively. So she banked this award back to back. In 1977 she got the award, and in 1981 she banked the award. All right, so now let's move further and see some of the things she did. Now, the Abuja Potter Center was created to be renamed after her as Ladikwali Center in her honor and remembrance. In addition, a conference hall at the Abuja Sheraton Hotel and the tower has been named after Ladikwali in recognition of her contribution to tourism industry in Nigeria. So because of how creative and how crafty she is in making pottery ware, now she has been immortalized in some of these buildings. They named these buildings after her, and because at the mention of her name, you know, tourists, other countries want to see and know how she creates some of this work, because most times she makes these works with her bare hands without using the throwing wheel. That's how she creates some of these works, and they come out very sound and accurate, even better than the throwing wheel works. So now these are some of the works that Ladikwali did with her bare hands. Now you see how beautiful this work is. Look at the mug and the calabash, the vase. Now these are the creative ingenuity of a fellow Nigerian woman. Now let's take a quick summary of what Ladikwali did. Now Ladikwali was born in 1924 at Kwali Village, Niger State. She started pottery at a local potter without a formal training. So it is born out of her in-depth love for pottery, out of her love for, you know, playing with clay. Came into contact with Michael Cowd, who trained her some modern potter techniques at the Abuja Pottery Center. Now took over the affair of the center after Cowder. Now she was a highly talented potter who excelled in the use of throwing and potter wheel. A genius even without a pottery wheel. So she can even make some of these works without the training wheel. So she was that effortless in what she does. So that is why currently today we ask every artist, you must work hard in your field to be a master in it. So whenever you are called on, you don't even need a machine. Even where there is no machine, you can function effectively and efficiently. So that is the effect Ladi Kwali had on art as in general. Now, Lady Kwali is well traveled and represented Nigeria both in Germany, Britain, and in the United States of America. She has had a lot of honor, and she's been honored with honorary doctorate degree by the ABU Zaria and was conferred with a national honor in 1977 and 1981 respectively, like I said initially before now, by the Nigerian government. The Abuja Portrait Center was renamed after Ladi Kwali. Now, let's move further and see some of the works she did. Now, this is Ladi Kwali, doing what she knows how to do best. And if you see some of the expatriates looking at her, watch her make some of her portrait wear. So these are some of the works that Ladi Kwali did with her bare hands. Okay. Now the next person we'll look at is Professor Uche Okeke. Professor Uche Okeke is a painter, he's a sculptor. He was born in the year 1933. And since then, Uche Okeke has been making us proud. So now let's go see some of the works that was done by Professor Uche Okeke. Some of the general contribution that was made by Professor Uche Okeke, he is someone that has done a lot of work in promoting the Igbo traditional folklores, as evident in some of his drawing and painting. He was commissioned along with Demas Nwoko and Bruzono Babrenya to paint the pavilion for the Independence exhibition in Lagos. Okeke was one time a winner of the All African Drama Competition Prize, which was organized by African Art Magazine with his Akoma and Obija drama. So that is what Uche Okeke did. Now, he has held several one-man exhibitions in many cities in Nigeria and participated in many joint exhibitions held both in Brazil, in Kampala, in Zimbabwe, in Paris, in India, in France, in Germany, and even in the United States of America, to mention but a few. Now, Uche Okeke lectured at the Fine and Applied Arts Department, University of Nigeria in Nsukka. He headed the department and later rose to the post of the Dean of Arts Faculty in the same university. Other popular works of his includes the Unity, which is a mural painting, on the wall. The Almajiri is a sculptural work, and the March of the Masquerade is a print work. So some of these works, he tried his hand in a lot of things. He also made the Median Cry, the Ice Bed, and the Beauty Ze. So these are some of the popular works done by Uche Okeke. Now let's do a quick summary of what Uche Okeke and the impact he has actually made in Nigerian art. Now, a great painter and also a sculptor, he was born at Kafanchan in Kaduna State on the 30th of April in 1933, but hails from Namu, near Oka in Anambra State. Had his early education at Kafanchan in Onitsha and Olo. Became a school artist at Kafanchan in 1954. Trained as an artist at the Nigerian College of Art, Nigerian College of Art, Science and Technology in Zaria, 1957 to 1961. He traveled to Germany to study mosaic and stained glass technology. That was exactly what took him to Germany. He went there to study mosaic and stained glass technology. So now he's a traditional Igbo folklore teller, and some of his folklores are common in areas of his theme, which he expresses in his Uli tradition. Has great interest in theater art, customs and design, stage sets and writings. A book illustrated of repute. He has a book of illustrator that is of a repute. Now, he participated in mural work on the Independence Exhibition Pavilion in Lagos alongside with other great artists. One-time winner of the All African Drama Competition Prize with Ekema and Ubuma drama. had several one-man and joint exhibition in Nigeria and abroad. So this and even more are some of the things that he has done as a person within his lifetime. He's a lecturer of many years experience in the arts at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, who rose to the position of the Dean of Art in that faculty. Uche Okeke is a popular art creator, and some of his popular works, like I said initially, is Unity, is Almajiri, The March of the Masquerade, The Median Crying, and what? The Beauty Nze. So these are the works that was done by Uche Okeke. Now look at the Median Masquerade. You see how, and now if you notice, each of these artists I showed you, their works are different from each and every, they are distinctive, they're different, they're not the same. So that is, they try to project themselves by themselves, not copying and pasting. That's what makes you what? A good artist. So you must also always put that at the back of your mind while you make your work. So, and I will also encourage you to be original, because originality pays. If you're not original in what you do, I doubt if you can even make a headway. So if you check these artists, if you check their work, if you look at the works, you see that each and every one of them are unique in their styles and in their production. So that is exactly what art is. Self-expression. You bring out what you have in you and bring it, give it back to life. And then the people that love what you do will definitely look for you. So that is exactly what these people, they are trying to tell us. Now, these are some of his beautiful Uli designs, some of his beautiful paintings that are to be reckoned with. So now, based on everything we've talked about, now let's do a quick rundown of everything we've discussed, beginning from Bruce Onubrapenya to Aina Onabolu, down to Uche Okeke, down to Lady Kwali, as we'll talk about. First, we define contemporary art. We also discuss how art started in Nigeria. We discuss, who brought it, and then the contemporary artists we discuss. And we also talked about what the 20th era woman, which is Lady Kwali, her effect, what she did, how she impacted art in Nigeria, and Uche Okeke, who is a lecturer, a Nobel Prize winner, to mention but a few. All right. Therefore, let's go over to our Q&A. Let's see if you really followed through and if you're really on point to catch this going. Now, first, define contemporary art. Define contemporary art. Now, initially, I asked us to list 2 works of Aina Onabolu. Now, we'll add, mention the material that is used by Lady Kwali. Lady Kwali. What are the materials she used to make her paint her works? Is she a painter? Is she a sculptor? Is she a potter? Who is Lady Kwali? The 20th era woman. Who is she? Thank you so very much for staying with us. So now let's dive into our exam guide and see what we have there. All right. Okay, we're now on the exam guide. So if you've been following through, by now you're a master in the exam guide. You know how to find your way. Is it for practicing? Is it for answering questions? Is it for learning? You can play yourself around the software. So if you've done that, you'll notice what we did today is cultural and creative art. So you click, you check cultural and creative art, you check it, and then you choose the topic that will land. You can go to random, choose the topic, choose the year, and then boom, you go straight. So let's take for the topic, we talked about the art history, and then we'll talk about some of the culture of art and culture we have in Nigerian art. And to mention but a few, so you check it, check them, and say okay. Then you click on what gets started. All right. So now today we'll be looking at some few questions. We'll look at question number 12. Question number 12. Question number 12 says, art can be defined as any of the following, except. That's a simple question. It's a random question. Except what? Communication, expression, production, skill, or gain. Art can be defined as the following, except. Is it product? Yes, you're correct. Is it skill? Yes, you're correct. Is it communication? Yes, you're correct. Is it expression? Yes, you're correct. Is it game? correct though, but for the course of the study, we didn't mention game, so we'll take game to be our what? Our answer. So the answer there is what? Is game. So now let's see question number 13. Question number 13. Question number 13. An archaeologist that first discovered Ife art was dash. Ethnography, sorry, the ethnography that first discovered art, Ife art, was dash. A. The British soldiers. B. Young. C. Ife chief. D. Isaac Anozie. And E. Leo Fabinus. So who is the very first person that discovered the Ife art? And the answer is the Leo Fabinus. E is your very correct answer.
Thank you for participating in today's class. You can practice more questions using the exam guide. Now the app scores and give a detailed explanation of all the questions at the end of your practice test. Now you can learn a particular topic of interest with different modes like study mode, mock mode, and practice mode. It also have other features that make learning fun. Now it is a must-have for all serious students. Download the app from www.examguide.com if you don't have it yet. See you in the next class. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and then share this video to anyone you know that would benefit from it. Thank you and bye-bye.